Hey, what is up everyone? In this video, we're taking a look at a coincidence that I find fascinating. Last week, both Fortnite and Sea of Thieves released new modes separate from their main mode that we each are known for. Both these games have a lot of similarities and differences, such as both being released roughly around the same time. Technically, Save the World came out a bit before Sea of Thieves. However, Battle Royale, which most people think of when they're talking about Fortnite, only came out a few months before Sea of Thieves did. So that makes them both roughly 6 years old. They also both are live service games and primarily make their money through in-game cosmetics. I love playing both of these modes, and I've been playing each of them since launch. Why am I even talking about this? Like I mentioned before, both of these games released new permanent modes last Thursday, with Sea of Thieves releasing Safer Seas and Fortnite releasing Lego Fortnite. Now in this video, I want to compare these two new modes, honestly just because I found it interesting that they both released the same day and it's two games that I really care about and I play a lot of. One last thing to note, because I'm sure it will be one of the first comments on this video if I don't address it, Fortnite definitely has a bigger team working on it compared to Sea of Thieves. With that in mind, I'm only going to be comparing Safer Seas and Lego Fortnite and not using any of the other new modes that Fortnite released last week against Sea of Thieves. Now, looking at last Thursday when these new modes were released, I'll be completely honest, my focus was solely on Lego Fortnite. I actually kind of forgot that Safer Seas had come out. The biggest difference I see and why I think Lego Fortnite has become such a huge success is that it's completely different from what people knew Fortnite to be. It still has that same Fortnite charm, but the experience feels completely new and fresh. Compare that to Safer Seas, and it's essentially just the same game but stripped of features. There's ways Sea of Thieves could have made Safer Seas more interesting and actually excite people like Lego Fortnite did. I talked about it in this video, which you can check out, but the biggest thing to me that would have saved this mode is to make it so that we could have more players in the private server with their own ships. That alone would significantly enhance the mode and make it capable of having fresh new experiences with your friends. Now it wouldn't be enough in my mind to overtake Lego Fortnite because it's still essentially the same as the regular mode, but just a private version, but I do think a lot more players would be interested in Safer Seas if it had that one feature. Another interesting comparison that you can make between Fortnite and Sea of Thieves is that one of the biggest complaints, especially that I've seen recently with the whole discussion about Safer Seas, is that both Fortnite with the Battle Royale, and specifically the building mode, and Sea of Thieves are both blamed for having really high skill gaps that are needed to be able to compete, and you have people that are really good at PvP and all that stuff, whether it's building in Fortnite or just basically all the different mechanics that are available in Sea of Thieves make it so that it's harder for newer players to get in, or people that just don't really like PvP experiences and are more interested in the PvE aspects of both of these games. So the interesting part about this is both of these modes are actually PvE focused if you think about it. Lego Fortnite is a completely PvE experience. There's no people that you can fight other than friends that you might have with you, and I don't even think friendly fire is an option in that mode unless you want to do something where you just blow up each other's houses, which I've seen lots of clips on TikTok about that. But Saber Seas is also the same thing. It's basically a PvE mode for players that don't like PvP. So just another interesting comparison between the two. I would be really interested in some sort of PvE mode in Sea of Thieves that was completely new, and maybe it could go even further than the Tall Tales did if you remove those limitations of being in a public server. Moving on, another reason why I think Lego Fortnite succeeds where Safer Seas didn't is with how it affects the main Fortnite Battle Royale mode. So leading up to the release of Safer Seas, players were worried that it would negatively affect the main game. Now it's still too early to tell what the real world effect of that is, but we can at least talk about it some in this video. The reason I say Lego Fortnite succeeds here is because if you wanted to play a game like Lego Fortnite, you would have to go to a completely different game like Minecraft. So this addition doesn't really affect Battle Royale since the target audience is completely different. Now looking at Safer Seas, while there may be some new players who come into the game specifically because of Safer Seas, the vast majority is going to be existing players who normally would have played in the main game and now are leaving to play on their own. This hurts players who enjoy the regular game because now there will be significantly less players who are on doing voyages and getting treasure. Now, I've seen many people that have commented on my videos saying that the only reason I have a problem with this is that I just want to be toxic and steal from everyone. And to that I say, yes, of course I want to steal everything. The game is called Sea of Thieves. But there is more to my argument than just that. The other side of this is, if I want to do voyages or any PvE inside the main game, I am more likely to be in a server of people only looking to steal. Whereas before, I may have been in a server with, say, 1 or 2 ships looking to fight, and everyone else kind of just doing their own thing. This change doesn't just hurt PvP players, who now will have a harder time finding stuff to steal, but it will also hurt players who like doing PvE the way it was in Sea of Thieves before this update. Again, I want to say it's pretty early to see clearly the actual effect this mode is having on the main game. For that, we'll have to wait a bit longer to see how things play out. One last thing that I found interesting when comparing both of these new modes is that both of these modes made their game's UI significantly worse. With Sea of Thieves, you now have to click through another menu in an already clunky design just to load into a server. With Fortnite, they redid their entire cosmetic system to accommodate these new modes, which resulted in basically breaking everyone's presets and making it much more time consuming to switch between cosmetics. But that covers my thoughts on the new Safer Seas mode and how it compares to the Lego Fortnite mode that was released the same day. I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts on this in the comments below, but if you enjoyed this video, it'd be great to like and subscribe, and until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye y'all.